Hi everyone, and welcome to part 3 of our third-person character tutorial series. In the last lesson, we finished setting up the jump. So when we jump into our project, you can see that the camera is fully working. We can press jump and she will blend to a land position. So this is pretty much where we're at right now. So what we're going to do in this lesson is set up our first combo series for our weapon. So when we click our left mouse button, we'll be able to transition between 3 different attack phases. And if you press it once, she'll do 1 combo and then go back. If you press it twice in quick succession, she will do 2 combos. And it will keep continuing until you stop pressing the buttons. So let's get started in this tutorial. Alrighty, so what we want to do first is go into our animator, and we're going to want to set up some more booleans. So we're going to say is combo 1, is combo 2, and is combo 3. And this is basically what we're going to send from our player movement and weapon system that we'll create. And we'll send commands to say if we press it once, click this. If we press it twice, make 2 ticks. If we press it 3 times, create 3. And then that will trigger the 3 animations. So let's turn those off. Now we're going to want to look up some sort of weapon animation. So let's go and have a look at some sort of attack. We've got some melee 360. That one. We've got horizontal, so that could be a good one. So let's make this our first one. Perfect. We're going to call this attack 1 and create a transition and create a transition back. Now let's create the second part of the combo, and you want to kind of use it in your head, try and think about how it would look if you do them in quick succession. So let's create attack 2, create a transition. If you click the transition, you can actually see what it's going to look like. So what you want to do is kind of blend this transition to where it would look good in the other one. So let's bring this guy back. So something like that. So if you click it, then he'll swing around. So let's make it a little bit longer. See, that looks pretty good. So he'll swing, and then if you press it again, he'll go and do a back swing. And then let's make a transition back here, and keep it offset a little bit so that way we can still see the highway. And let's create our final attack. Let's see what else we have. Good. So this can be our finishing move because it has 2 in there. So let's create attack 3. Perfect. Let's create a transition and back to the start. Let's offset it a tiny bit. Lovely. Now, what we want to do is for our going towards our first one, we're going to create a new transition saying is combo 1. That's true. For this one, we're going to say is combo 2 is true. And let's double check our transition here. So bang. So we might want to bring this guy back just at the end of his momentum. So about there. Let's bring this transition down. Let's look at this. Alright, maybe let's actually transition it around here. Alrighty. So let's bring it to here and then drag this guy down. You just want to kind of play with it so it kind of looks a bit better. Now blends. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That'll do for now. And as again, in these ones we're going to create is combo 3. And we'll always have that exit. And we're going to turn off this guy's exit time because as soon as we click our first attack, we want him to directly go into his first animation. Alrighty, so that's pretty much that set up. Give it a quick save. Now let's jump into our player And what we want to do is create a new FSM. So let's drop that in there. And we're going to say our combo animation. Actually, let's just call it our weapon system because this is going to be what's driving our weapons. Perfect. And let's make this a little bigger. And we're going to call this guy idle. And then we're going to say get mouse button down. We're going to get the left one. Then we're going to say to first combo, and then to second combo, and then to third combo. Perfect. Now let's drop in the first combo, and this will be our first one. So let's create first, and let's set a new color, make it blue. And we're going to send the event to first combo. So when we click our left mouse button down, we're going to go to the first one. Now we're going to want to make a wait command to say if we haven't pressed the mouse button again, we're still going to go back to our first one. So let's create a finished event. Drop that back there. I like to make these ones, I like to make them circuits. So that way it kind of flows back, and you know this will keep flowing down. But if it's going to go back, it's going to have a straight curve. It's just something I prefer. It makes it a bit easier to follow. And we're going to wait for, let's make it 0.5 seconds. So if you don't press the mouse button again, it will transition back. And let's make this to finished. And we're going to say set animator bool. So we're going to send that command that we were talking about before to our first combo. So is combo 1, we're going to set as true, and let's copy this guy and paste it back here. So we want to turn this guy off, and we can quickly come in, paste this guy, because we want everything to be nothing, like all turned off for each of our combos in our idle state. And let's drop this guy down again. So now whenever our 1, 2, or 3 comes back to our idle position, they'll all be reset and ready to go again. So let's pretty much just copy and paste this guy, and we're going to call this guy second, and we're going to create a new transition to second combo, and we can get our left mouse button down and drag this guy in here. Perfect. And now we can drag this one and pop this guy in here for our third one. Let's create our third combo and drag that in there and say to third combo. Yep, that's all good. And to second combo. Perfect. Now in our first animation, we're going to be sending at the is combo 1. In number 2, let's change this color to that. We're going to be setting it as is combo 2 and finished. Okay. And let's copy and paste this guy as our third one. And say finished, because there isn't going to be any more. So let's get rid of our get mouse button down, and we're going to say is 3, because we can't go any higher in our combo chain. And let's drag this guy here and here. All right, and make this guy red to know that it's the end of our animation series. All right, so we've got that finished, number 2, number 1, number 3. And we should be all good from there. Alrighty, let's give this a quick little play, give it a scene a save, and let's see what's going to happen. Alright, so I clicked it down one time, let's click it twice. There we go, so now she transitioned to her second one. So bang, bang, bang. So we might need to make some adjustments to our actual animations that are firing, because it's a bit hard to actually hit. So let's come to our weapon system and actually see what's what's happening. So let's drag this guy. How are we going to do this? I just need to see what's happening. Let's drag this here. Alrighty, so what I'm doing is I'm pressing the left mouse button. Alright, so we almost need to make our transitions a bit quicker, or even the animations a bit quicker. So let's come into our speed, make it about 1.5. So this way it will fire a little bit quicker. Perfect. Scene. Let's come back to this guy and let's fire this again and see what's going to happen. There we go. So now we're getting 1, 2. So I think in our second wait, what we need to do is actually make this guy a bit longer. Let's make it 1.5 so it actually has time to register. So 1. There we go. So 1, 1, 2. Yeah, I think it finished as well. The first one, we need to make that a bit longer, 1.5. So 1, there you go. So, but that will cover the whole time you have. So it takes the whole time of the animation for you can press it a second time. So here we can press it again. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Alright, that looks good. Now we just need to make a couple of adjustments. So bang. So let's turn off has exit time for this guy and has exit time for this guy. And let's jump back to our game. Let's give this another play. There we go. Okay. So that was the problem. We just needed to turn off this exit time in the transitions. That's always one little checkbox that if you don't tick will cause you headaches later. So let's make sure we do that. So now you can see once you time the animations, she actually performs the different animations as she goes. But you'll notice that her root motion in her last animation doesn't really sync up. And that's all pretty good. So this has pretty much been our first combo lesson and how to hook up our combo animations correctly. So, all right, so let's have a look at trying to fix up that root motion problem that happened at the end of that animation. So when she goes into that spin, you'll notice she kind of snaps back to where she was. So let's drop out of this guy and let's go to our animator and let's go to the attack 3, find the animation. And you'll notice that when she moves forward, this part will stay here. And all we need to do is turn this guy off. So then when she moves forward, it goes with her. And that is pretty much as simple as that is. So let's come and do the combo. And then she'll stay where she is. But we might want to quickly fix up the transition because you can see how she kind of flips around. So let's go to number 2. And let's kind of make this guy a little bit longer. There we go. Let's see how that looks in game. So let's press it. We might need to, might make it a little bit more on this side actually. To attack 2. There we go. So, ka-tunk, ka-tunk. Yes, okay, that looks great. Alrighty, so that's pretty much been this quick lesson setting up our first combo. In our next lesson, we'll start implementing a raycast feature for our weapon and a collision system so we can actually deliver damage to other enemies. And this is going to be heaps of fun and we'll be able to start slicing through things before you know it. So this has been Kieran Oversapian for Filmstorm Studios. I hope you've enjoyed this third part of our third-person character series. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. All right.